Jesus told his disciples, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, until the end of the age."
For the seminarians of Mount Angel, the concluding passage from Matthew's Gospel is a powerful message as the students traverse the holy path to priesthood. Along the way, the seminarians will build a solid foundation in the school's pillars of human, spiritual, and intellectual formation, and the final pillar, pastoral formation. It is the pastoral formation that may be the most challenging and yet the most rewarding, transporting these men of discernment from hilltop classrooms into the Catholic community to experience firsthand the life that awaits them as a parish priest. Each school year, this is accomplished by assigning the seminarians to a variety of locations, be it a school or church, senior center or prison, food bank or hospital. The ultimate impact of these assignments will stay with the seminarians and the people they serve for years to come. Father Paul Perry, Director of Pastoral Formation at the seminary, says one of the goals of the program is to help the seminarians maintain a prayer life while working a busy schedule, just like a priest. He says it's also about building relationships with the people they work with.
I talked about prayer. Well, that's your relationship to the risen Lord. But you've got a relationship to your people. You've got a staff or a school, to the bishop, to the other priests in the presbyterate. It's all about relationships. And the whole purpose of our pastoral program is to help young men develop the skills and maturity to be able to manage those relationships in a very positive and life-giving way.
Pastoral assignments in the community transform the seminarians over the course of a school year. Associate Director of Pastoral Formation, Linda Showman, says the men are often surprised and moved by their experiences and the great faith they encounter.
Often they come back, or when they've been in their assignment for a while, or if they go out on a special assignment, they'll tell me that they went out expecting to be the ones who are giving something to other people. But when they come and talk to me, they say, it was the other way around. I was given something.
Seminarian Joshua Keeney spent his year serving at St. Patrick's Food Bank in Canby. He says he was inspired by the people who came to the food bank despite their circumstances.
Seeing some of the people's faith that come in these downtrodden times, seeing them be hopeful, be joyful to be there, knowing that tomorrow could bring them something worse, but they still have that hope. They still really put a smile on my face and allow me to go out and see the love of God at work. Because we can see the love here on the hilltop, but it's always nice to go out into the real world and see the other people and see them loving as Christ has commanded us and asked us.
The fact that the faith lives in the hearts and the minds of people today, in us, is proof of the resurrection.
At St. John the Baptist Church in Milwaukee, seminarian Timothy Furlow worked with an RCIA class. To him, it was a wonderful reminder of why he is studying to become a priest.
It's one thing to study material, theology and philosophy, and that is very good, but the temptation in the midst of that is to get so caught up with it that you forget why we're doing it. And to be with the people in the parishes, on the ground, it's the best reminder of the whole purpose for this seminary enterprise. We're meant to learn, to be transformed, so that we can teach the people, so that we can become conduits of grace.
And it was grace that he found in connecting with his new friends in the RCIA program who were studying and praying to become Catholic.
The people were extremely gracious. They were just some of the kindest people. And I remember several times of them coming to me and having conversations with me about the faith or things that are going on in their lives. very difficult circumstances, pain and cancer and all kinds of things. And I just saw in them a faith that was so deep that it made me call into question my own faith and say, where do I need to go deeper? I may know this or that, but where am I at with the Lord? So just my exposure to their faith, their new and budding faith, transformed my faith.
But not only are the seminarians transformed by their pastoral assignments, so are the lay people they work with, as a special bond is formed during the school year.
They become part of our group, and it's kind of nice to welcome them, and it's nice to watch the seminarians grow in their faith experience too, and it deepens the faith of our people. I can see that. And when seminarians who have been here come to visit at a Mass that comes back, you know, after they've been here, come back a couple years later, it's just, you still remember them. There's just a powerful connection because we're all praying for their vocations all the time.
We are very, very fortunate, very blessed down here at St. Patrick to always have such a fine group of seminarians come to work with us. Again, this is my third year, and each year, I guess at the beginning of the year, you don't really realize what a privilege it is to have these men here. And then as you reach your final evening, you think, where did the time go? And you look back at the year, and it was an entire year, and yet it seems like it was a couple hours.
And at Central Catholic High School, Principal John Garrow says having seminarians in the classroom shows students that even though our Catholic faith dates back thousands of years, it continues to thrive thanks to these committed young men.
First of all, they see a priest in their youth, and they see some vibrancy in the priesthood itself, the priesthood to be, I guess, would be the way to say it, and that it isn't, you know, these just a bunch of old people. That there are a lot of people who are drawn to the priesthood, and that they're young and they're human, and they're someone that they can have a conversation with and form a relationship with. I think it's going to be huge for them down the road.
The seminarians of Mount Angel, during their pastoral formation assignments, gain many insights into their vocation while providing hope and enthusiasm for the church they will passionately serve, along with a wonderful spirit, no matter what the challenge.
You got to look for the good in everything. I believe that's maybe that's the eternal optimist I have in myself, but I've always been told that. But I believe that we all need to look at our positive and our negative and improve on our weakness and build on our strength. And I believe that with God's grace, we can do all that.
Very good.
And
Well done.